Of freaks and social outcasts led by a man in a wheelchair. Sounds very familiar, right?
Yeah, sure does. Although, I mean, it doesn't have the element of them being, all the same. It's just kind of they all had a bunch of weird accidents happen to them. Not they were born with these powers and they're like the next stage in human evolution or anything like that.
Yes. But Doom Patrol actually premiered 3 months before X-Men.
Wow.
So it's not that Doom Patrol ripped off X-Men. X-Men probably ripped off Doom Patrol. That's pretty crazy. And Arnold Drake, the writer and co-creator of Doom Patrol, he, for the longest time, he thought Stan Lee stole the idea. He later backed off the claim. I don't know if you read it, but in the letters page of this issue, they go over the backstory of Doom Patrol history, and they talk about this, and they chalk it up to just a coincidence. Because they said, even though it was a 3-month gap between books, back then, and usually books were being worked on 5 and 6 months ahead of time, and I guess Marvel even had an ad up for X-Men like 2 months after, so they just said it's probably just a coincidence that we were both working on a similar idea. But Drake, for the longest time, he thought because he goes, people are always working between companies, So there's probably some Marvel stooge here working one day and heard us talking about it and went over and told Stan Lee. And then Stan Lee ripped us off. It's a possibility. But,
you can't say for sure.
But then John Byrne, of fame of Dark Phoenix X-Men era artist, and he also drew some Doom Patrol over there. And he drew another team called the Fantastic Four. And John Byrne always said, hey Arnold Drake, why don't you talk about the similarities between Doom Patrol and the Fantastic Four? Do you want to get mad about the
Negative Man flying through a radiation?
Yeah, the test pilot through the radiation. Robot Man, a guy basically trapped in a monster body, like the Thing.
Yeah.
Elasti-girl stretches like Reed Richards. The Chief, he said he's kind of like an invisible girl in a way because he's always behind the scenes. It's not like he's going out to fight. He's a kind of physical aspect of the team. But
now that's kind of a stretch. That's kind of an Elasti-girl stretch right there. But
that is a definite
the other three, he's got pretty good points.
But like 3 men and 1 woman, same thing. So it's very similar. So everyone ripped off everybody else, basically, is what we're saying here.
Yeah. But, there's one idea in the world.
And you figure if Stan Lee was deliberately copying Doom Patrol, would he put the leader in a wheelchair? Isn't that a dead giveaway?
I would think he would not do that.